Okay, hello everyone. My name is Olga, and as I was introduced by Nick, I'm CEO and co-founder of Persollo. So before I jump into our tech and presenting our innovation in social media space, I want to say thank you to Nick for inviting me to talk today. It's a great opportunity, and we always like to talk to people, and this is a great platform for us to show the tech to those people who are interested in that. So what is Persollo, right? And what we do. So Persollo is the first in the world company that does instant checkout from social media and runs sales-focused campaigns with influencers. It was co-founded in 2015, in late 2015, basically by 4 friends. So it was me, we had 3 other co-founders, and we still have them, so the team has grown. We hold different expertise, so I have PhD in behavioral science, and for a number of years, 6+ basically years, I was driving consumers' insights for big FMCG and fashion brands. So I really bring the part of the consumer experience and care for our brands and clients to Persollo. The other 2 co-founders, they are tech. They're basically engineers and designers, and we have analysts. So the idea of Persollo was sparked by our 16-year-old young co-founder, right? So he's now basically 18, and he's still with the team, but that really gives you the spark, right? So when we talk about social media, it's always about the younger generation and about them leveraging their technology to deliver on their own needs, right? So Persollo is all about conversion. We're all about sales-focused campaigns. We're all about monetization of social media. So this is a very brief introduction, right, of what Persollo does. I'm sure this presentation will be sent and shared with all of you later on. So the logos underneath basically show our journey, right? So we finished 2 accelerators. It was a lot of fun. So we started with Sydney Uni Incubate. At that time, I was teaching at University of Sydney, and we have our co-founders who finished IT degrees from University of Sydney. So that's why we ended up and we started from Sydney University Incubator, who first believed in our idea, basically, right? Then we moved to Telstra's accelerator. I'm sure many of you have heard about Murudi. It's like one of the top accelerators in Australia, and the competition is super high. So we were one of only 10 companies who got in out of 300 applications across Australia, right? So since then, we work with Telstra. Telstra topped up their investment in us, basically in last investment round. And the last thing in terms of awards, what we've got, which gives indication about our payment functionality, is award from Visa, right, this payment provider. So I won't focus on this anymore, basically, right? But yeah, I'm happy to share our own personal stories behind the business because it's really inspiring. Okay, so as I mentioned, Persollo is all about conversion, right? So as you know, I'm sure, Nick just mentioned that traditional advertising channels are no longer performing that well, right? So brands see no or very low conversion from TV and from other traditional media sources, right? There is a lot of desperation about that because still brands invest a lot of money in advertising on the traditional channels, but they don't really get proper sales. So what is happening is everything is moving into web advertising, but here as well, brands hit the wall, we can say, right? Because 32% of internet users, they use ad blockers, right? So I'm one of them. So I definitely, brands don't reach me, right, on internet because I always block that. Only 33% of consumers, they trust ads, which is a kind of worrying trend as well. And what is happening more is that consumers are starting to trust more for the favorite bloggers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, right? As we see here, 40% of millennials, they trust, and they say basically that their favorite blogger, Instagrammer, understand them better than their friends. Yeah, and 90% of consumers trust peer recommendations, right? So that's an indication. So what is happening is that traditional advertising channels, they don't work that effective anymore because people are just not there. So where are people today? People are on their mobile phones, as was mentioned, right? At least 3 hours a day we spend on our favorite, basically, not on our favorite, but in our mobile phones, but 95% of that time we spend in our favorite social media and chatting apps, right? So social media has turned into a new shopping mall where all people are today. The problem is, so we are there, we're liking images, we're commenting, but we're not really converting. We're not buying today, right? So as we can see, 83% of all e-commerce traffic comes today from social, with only 1% in conversion. So that's a huge gap, and that's a huge problem each brand is facing today. So why it is so? Why we don't convert? Why we don't buy from social media? Because simply there is no solution that allows payments in social. So you can't transact today. You can't make your purchase straight from Facebook feed or from Instagram or for someone else. You always have to leave the platform to transact on the website, right? So you always go through the shopping, complicated checkout scenario, and you drop out, right? So this would be the average flow of a user from Facebook to checkout. So there are like 6 steps on average. From 45 likes, basically you get 0 sales, right? Just people can't get through that experience. It's just too much. Too many barriers. So what we've done here, we basically introduced one-step checkout. So with us, people can check out in one step from the image, which they like. So they just have to click it, and it straight away asks them to enter credit card details and press buy. So as simple as that. Right, so this, we turn basically, our slogan here would be, we turn sales funnel into tunnel, because we really do magic to conversion. So we increase conversion by more than 300%, right? So why it happens? Because our checkout is native, it's easy to sell, and it's easy to click the image and buy it, right? So it's native behavior by clicking and buying. It's cross-platform, so we work across any social media, basically, right? In Facebook, in Instagram, in Twitter, YouTube, everything you want. It's fast, yeah, it's frictionless. We remove all this unnecessary friction to optimize conversion. And we offer branded solution. So if brands don't want to see Persollo, on their checkout pages, we offer branded white label solution of Persollo, right? So we basically capitalize on the trust that brands have to convert their buyers, right? When they land on our checkout, they think, okay, it's New Balance checkout, or it's Uggs checkout. So they feel comfortable transacting. So eliminate the barriers of the trust with this branded solution. So our business is global today. So we started 1.5 years ago. And what is happening? We're powering more than 620 e-boutiques, small, big, medium. We are spread across 16 countries, right? So there are many people who are using us in these countries, right? So as sellers are based there, but buyers can be from anywhere in the world. So we're really not limited in any, there is no limits to countries which we can support in a way. We power as well, it says 8 big brands, but now it's 10. So we work with, there are some of the big brands that we powered, and we also start having our own influencer network, because social media is all about influencers, about the desire, about the wish to transact, basically. So what happened? What we figure out by working with brands, right? So every business basically faces the same problem. So if they know how to unlock the traffic, if they, for example, run, some campaigns, some paid advertising, they know how to track the traffic, but they don't have solution today how to convert. So this is very typical situation when there is traffic on the website or on your social media, but there is no conversion. It means there is no business, right? So what we do here, so we drive more traffic through our influencers network, right? And we have a tag, instant checkout tag, that converts this traffic into sale, basically, right? So we basically deliver the growth in sales with this magic combination. So as I mentioned, right, so we started with this instant checkout offering for big brands and the smaller brands as well. It was how we started, right? So it was for brand-owned social media, right? So if you are, for example, Uggs, you can monetize your basically Facebook page, your Instagram account, your even newsletter, right, with our instant checkouts. But what we figured out, as I mentioned before, is that when influencers can also sell on your behalf, basically, on the brand's behalf, that's where the real value comes in. That's where the real traffic with the conversion comes in, right? So we started to run instant checkout campaigns with influencers. So this is this is very interesting concept because no one is doing it yet. So all the agencies and other companies that work with influencers, they drive and they run campaigns with influencers. Yet they drive brand awareness, engagement, and reusable content, right? But what is happening now? So the clients that we get recently, so they're telling us that it's not enough. Yes, brand awareness, yes, that's great. People will know about your brand. Great that they have engagement. Yes, amazing content that influencers produce and it can be reused and it's cheap, but it's not enough, right? So no one drives direct response metrics. So conversion is the key here, and which is lacking. Because I'm sure you know that influencer marketing is a kind of hype now. So everyone wants to use influencer marketing, but there's a lot of frustration because people don't get real results out of it. People don't get real conversion, real sales. So what we do, we basically make influencer marketing effective, right? So we drive direct response, we drive sales. If you don't have a product that is tangible or you have a service, so you have an app download, we increase the app downloads as well. So it's all about conversion, intangible, non-tangible products. So I want to run you through one campaign so you just understand how it really works, right, on a real case study. So recently, one of our clients, Australian NAB Original, they basically approached us and they said, hey guys, it's our worst season now. We don't get any sales. Can you do something about it? We said, okay, that's a kind of challenging because in a way it would be destined to fail because that's a very bad season for Uggs in general. Just people not buying it. It's not a seasonal product at that time. It was not a seasonal product at that time. So what we've done, we've offered an instant checkout campaign for Uggs. So we had 10 influencers who were selling on Instagram on behalf of Uggs. So what they were doing, we introduced exclusive Uggs sale, right? So these Uggs were for only $100 and you could get it from the influencer's page through our instant checkout, only for this price, only in the next 4 days, right? So all these influencers, they were saying, they were producing these amazing images. They were saying, if you want to get this amazing Uggs, link in my bio, please click it and check it out, and you can get it straight away. Right? So all our 10 influencers were equipped with instant checkouts, which basically converted their following into sale. So that was a great success. So we really performed amazing conversion, and it was the best results ever they had in this particular months, right? So that's results, right? So we had 10 influencers across Australia. We increased conversion by 150%. The conversion through influencers was between 4 and 7%, so it depended on the influencer, but it's still high. And we delivered everything very quickly in only 16 days. Brand as well. Uggs Australia got the amazing content pieces as well, right? So it's a combination of everything. So to conclude, right, what is our offering? What we offer to brands and businesses. So we offer our instant checkout. You can hop on our platform today. You can basically try it for free, and we charge you only per transaction. So that's one basically product. Second thing which we're offering, we offer end-to-end managed campaigns with influencers, right, which are sales-focused, where we deliver conversion. And last product that we're launching soon is a kind of marketplace between influencer and brand, and they can run the sales-focused campaigns together. So this is a bit of a timeline where we're heading, right? So as I mentioned, we started with a SaaS product, which was just instant checkout, where everyone could use it and basically convert their social following into sales. Then we started working with influencer marketing agencies, right? So we're basically not competing with them because we're selling our instant checkout product to them as well. So they can run instant checkout sales-focused campaigns as well and offer it to their clients. So this is how it started. Then we've built functionality to run affiliate programs with influencers, which means that what we can do as well on our instant checkout link is when people buy straight from our checkout link, influencer receives their own clip per transaction straight away. So if you're seeing, for example, a link on Uggs Instagram, you're buying from Uggs Instagram, the influencer receives 20% clip, Uggs receives 80% of the sale, and we receive 5% as Persollo, right? So everything, the affiliate program is run on one link, which is great. So there's nothing like that in the market. And where we're heading. So as I mentioned, we're all about conversion, right? We're all about delivering sales, delivering practical outcomes. So we are introducing AI technology, right, into influencer space, which will be able to predict for a brand which influencer is worth working with, and in terms of their following. So for example, if Ags would want to run and target Australian audience only, we would be able to suggest the right influencer with the following only in Australia to this brand. And we'll be able basically to deliver more conversion because we'll know the right influencer for the specific brand. So that's our timeline. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, right, to me, and I'm happy to answer it. But some key points to take away, right, with you. So why Persollo? Why now? So first, social media is a new shopping mall, right? It's easy to shop in a physical shopping mall, complicated to do it in social media. So we solve this problem. Second one, 83% of all e-commerce traffic comes from social media, but conversion is very low, and everyone knows it. All the brands experience it. Influencer marketing is booming. People are doing it, brands are doing it, but there is no or very low conversion that they present still. What is happening as well is that brand awareness, engagement, and your reusable content is no longer enough. Your conversion is the key again. And another point to take away is that Persollo is live. It's proven efficient, and you can use it basically today even straight away. If you want to try us, you can just go to persollo.com, and you can create your instant checkout, which would be Persollo branded. But yeah, you can get a sense of how it all works and what we deliver. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think I made it happen within time frame. Yeah. Thank you so much for your attention. Yeah.